In May 2026, let's see if we can tell the story. Let's see if we can look at it and analyze it. The United States shot down a UFO in 2023 during Joe Biden's time in the White House. An F-16 over Lake Huron on the border between the United States and Canada. Family, your likes, your comments. Let's get started! Good evening, family. Welcome to Estrategias Militares. We are live right now with Taros. We had to switch computers because I suspect that the network card on our usual computer is having issues. Something goes wrong with it when we start the live stream. Let's see how long this one lasts until they decode the address of this network card. We'll have a live stream. Damos Taros, welcome to Estrategias Militares. Thank you very much for being here with us. Please share it, live it, and feel it. What we're going to see tonight is part 2 of what we saw yesterday, including the shootdown. A UFO shot down with an air-to-air missile from an F-16 aircraft over the airspace of the United States of America. What you're hearing is about the United States of America. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's the story. We saw these lights in the intro. Is this it? What is this story about? Arizona, 1997. Take a good look at it. Look at that group of lights appearing over there. In the middle of the night, year 1997. This was recorded in VHS quality cassette tapes. So, the old tapes that everyone had at home, recorded from a camcorder. A lineup of lights over the city of Phoenix, Arizona, United States, viendo. It was the biggest sighting in history so far. And we've been seeing it in documents declassified by the United States of America. Pay attention to what you see tonight. Because it's scary. It's more than that. It's fear itself. What we're going to see here live on Estrategias Militares. Family, your likes and your comments against censorship are super important. Also, the Super Critics Open Chat. Our PayPal, period. /Estrategias Militares. Ready? My God. Year 1997. Year. And the phenomenon already existed. Yesterday we were talking, we left off with a submarine. Being surrounded by lights, chased ships, chased planes. Yesterday we saw the impossible. Flying drones, flying objects that disappeared in the middle of the earth. Pay attention to the photographs we have for you today. because in relation to the object we saw yesterday, to several objects we saw yesterday coming from the same place, the same point of origin, well, we have news. There is news, and it's hot off the press. Yesterday, we watched the video that we'll watch again shortly. Miss out on this, because you're going to be amazed by what some people here in the community have started to see and have started to investigate. Can you believe this or not? That's up to you. Everyone is free to believe it or not. I ask for the utmost respect for what we are going to present here tonight, and that it also be. It's strange. It's weird. Very weird. It's weird. Very, very weird. We are live. Right now, please confirm that everything looks good, that there are no problems with the connection. Let's see if this time we can do it. I'm really looking forward to this live stream. I'm really excited for all of us to watch this whole story together and talk about what we're discussing. I was saying that yesterday we saw an image of the terrain, and it was a color image that then turned to black and white. I think it's better to watch it. Again, I think the most sensible thing would be to look at the frame, the document, again, so we can really get an idea of what we're talking about. Exactly. Could there be a spaceship buried on Earth? Thank you. We are facing an invasion. These are questions I ask myself. I'm not making any claims because I don't have evidence to support them. But there are indications that something strange is happening and is going on our planet. Don't worry about the Iran issue. The Iran issue coming soon to theaters near you. I'm just saying that. Pay attention to this. This is what we saw yesterday. We saw it in different videos, different frames, same mountain. I have the cursor ready so we can follow the object. Let's watch it. The drone is monitoring an area of this planet, scanning the mountains, looking for enemies, looking for some source. Strange. And it arrived. It appeared. There it is. It's coming down on the right side. It just passed through here. We see it again. It's gonna come out here. There it is. The operator detects it. And you can hear it. What's that? He's following it here, where the cursor is. The dance begins. The game. The inexplicable against the explicable. A high-definition camera from the United States of America, from the United States government, tracking an object in the middle of nowhere. Well, keep watching, because now you're going to be amazed. They follow it again in the same area, same place, where a black one also appeared a few hours earlier. This one is lighter in color. Right there. It goes in there. And it disappears. If you allow me, I'm going to teleport myself into the picture. I want you to look at that picture. Please look at the frame where I've paused the video. Let's go to the chat. Let's see what the people in the chats are saying. What do you think about that? Look at the terrain. Well, maybe I can help you. How about if I give you a hand? How about that? What the hell is that? What's buried there? Oh, we're live right now. Estrategias militares, family. Same mountain, different objects entering the same place. No, it looks good. Let's look for the other frames. Well, now let's check out the F-16 thing. There are even UFOs in Kabul, Afghanistan. Everyone, pay attention tonight. I don't know if this is a cave or not, but to me, it seems like this. It's strange. It's very, very, very strange. Let's continue. Let's see the next one. Same mountain. Year 2021. Central Command at ZCOM. This could be Afghanistan. We're looking at the document there of the video's declassification. Isn't it amazing? It's amazing because now this is the original video. Because there are three videos of this. Why don't we geolocate the mountain? Well, give me time. Give me time. Let us get into this topic between what's going on with Iran and what's happening now. One moment. Come on, let's go with the other video. Look, there's the object. There's the ship. Or maybe not. Well, I say ship. It's just strange. Notice how strange it is that the operators are already recording directly over that area. Hold on, I'm moving my camera up here to the edge. And look how another one appears. Here. There it is. Of course, the object from before is what we see here. It's this part of the mountain. It even has a kind of circle there in the middle, at the top. Do you see it? This part we see here, that piece that's right in the center. Now looks strange. You can see the waterfalls of a river. Look, 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 look. Here it is. Here's the object. Lower right area. There. Now the central area. All right, let's see. The object has left that area. They're looking for it. There it is. It's been located. Pretty incredible. Because, of course, yesterday we saw this and didn't draw many conclusions. It's our first look at it. See where this goes. Very round shape, very strange. We need to investigate that place. We need to geolocate it. Let's work on it. Don't worry about the next few days. (2021). It wasn't uploaded to the classified video network until 2024. All these videos were lost for years. All right. We'll leave that one over there. Let's get into what we left off with yesterday. This. You can see the device's propulsion jet. No known shape. We're seeing it through a fighter jet's viewfinder. This really is from a fighter jet. There we are. We lose it, it disappears, then it reappears. You can't even lock onto it. Can't lock onto them. Next. Well, this is just mind-blowing. Gentlemen, we go into the water and we come out. Gliding over the water. In the middle of the sea. We're losing it. Let's get it out. We need to zoom out to look for the operator. There he is. You just passed him. We see him again. Brutal. Next. From a drone or from a P8. There he's following it. Look how fast it's going. He tries to catch it in daylight, saying, "What is that? There's interference too. There's even interference." There's a moment when the object emits interference, and you can't see it. Why? What technology can interfere with our systems? They prevent it from being seen. Quite serious. We keep going, we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. Because we're getting to the crown jewel of this. Declassified document, more than 50-something videos. Let's continue with this one. We're live right now, family. We still need a lot more likes. Estrategias militares. Everything looks good. Please confirm that everything looks good. I don't want anyone to miss it. There we are. The sea, the vastness of the sea. What we're seeing is incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible. busca. I think it's that they're already going out specifically to look for them. In fact, I think a large part of the observation missions of the United States of America are about this. There it is. Many of these sightings come from reports by ships, commercial airplanes, or people who have seen lights. The United States sends a drone, sends a surveillance plane, and encounters this. That's what happened in the story of the F-16 that we're going to see now. 2 F-16 planes scrambled to search for an object over a lake. Lake Huron, on the border. We're live right now. We still need a ton of super chats too, to fight censorship and support the channel. Super important. Let's do it. Check out these objects. All right. Next. Land area. Surveillance drone. What could this be? What do they have in store for us now in this story? Of course, there are videos I've already seen, others I haven't seen yet. I haven't had time to watch them. I don't want to watch them alone. I prefer watching live with you all. Let's see what happens. For now, nothing. Looks like they've seen something. Let's see, are they searching? Now, they're keeping watch here. Different areas. There's also one thing that's clear. They have the ability to come down to the ground. There it is. There it is. Left side over here in this area. It goes this way. There it is. We can see it right there. It's in the frame now. Nice panning. Another mini sphere. Of course, this phenomenon draws a lot of attention in many ways. Why? It draws attention because throughout history, the size of these objects has been getting smaller. That means, or at least I think, that they could be observation devices. And the ship, if there is a ship, is much bigger and is somewhere else directing this. Oh, well, we're going to see that now. In a few minutes, then it disappears. They've lost it. It's just that there's a moment when its IR heat emission is so low that it blends in with the terrain. See how they're looking for it. Many of these are over Syria. It doesn't show up. Lost. We never see in any of the videos where they land or where they go. Another video. In the sea. Another object. There it goes. Why do they always fly so close to the water? It's another one of those stories. Always flying very low. You see it there being followed. There's more than. Here comes another one faster. Another one faster following it. They start to go. Well, 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 well. Look at the movement. Keeping up the speed and making impossible turns. There is no explanation. Family, there is no explanation at all. Look, look, look. How beautiful. How gorgeous. Amazing. It showed up. Another one, and it's gone crazy. They are fallen angels.
Are they beings from another planet? Or are they from this planet? Could there be a world we can't see or know? Thank you. There are many questions. Too many questions.
Look at how the object is dancing. And it speeds up and it speeds up. Those accelerations, there's no animal on Earth that can do those things. There's no aircraft that can do this. Look, look, look. Look how it accelerates. Oh my God. And there comes the other one. They're getting close to my camera. No, no, get out of here. It's too much. They are from another dimension. Well, let's go see them. I would ask myself a question. Are they going to declassify beings or just ships? I think they must have creatures. Of course, yesterday I made a statement. I said it's impossible for them to be able to bring down an object like this.
Let's see this one.
All right. What was that? Should we move the camera back? Mother of God. No, no, it's a ship. I mean, oh my God. It's a ship. We have a ship. And now what? What's going on there? What are they trying to tell us with this? A ship being followed in the distance. Should we fast forward the video a bit? It looks like it's a tugboat.
I don't see anything.
They're following something, but I can't see it.
I don't see anything in this video. We must have gotten lost. But I don't see anything. I don't understand this one. You can see something very far away there. Yes. Here, down. Almost unnoticeable, right? I wouldn't put this one on the list of candidates. I don't see it clearly.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
We're getting to the F-16 part. What happened? Is that a balloon or not?
Come on, let's go with this one. Right now, live, there are about 10,000 people. We're missing a lot of likes, folks. They're censoring us, please. We need your support. Help. Comments. Comments. Also, super chats. What do you think about this? What's your opinion? People here are saying, you're the best. Not at all. Not at all. Here, the best thing is the mystery. A few clouds. They are watching a specific spot. Drone hovering over one spot. They're watching. It could be a sensitive military facility. I don't see it for now. I'm skipping ahead. Let's see. I haven't seen it. It doesn't show up. Let's watch it. Everyone focus. Let's try to spot it. What could this video be? We see clouds. Goodbye. Everyone pay attention. From the lower left upwards. Wow. It's a star. Shiny, shiny, sparkly, sparkly, sparkly. Look, look, look. There it goes. Upwards. There it is crossing. Some pass by because the camera is there. They walk in front. Boom. And you run into them. All right. Another place. Once again, we see this seems to be it's a communication center. You can see very large antennas. This could be Kabul. Wow. Look at what's out there.
Look at it. Look at it. This is Afghanistan. Look at where that thing is going. Elena, thanks so much, my friend. What a huge black ball. Antonio, welcome. Welcome to the Estrategias community. 3 things. Samuel says the fallen angels are demons. God is God of everything that has blood and flesh. And the Bible says so. Where is Macron? I have an idea. Right now, I care little, if at all, about Macron, but this... But what is that? It's a ball. But what's inside the ball? Mountains of Afghanistan. Right where the other video was recorded with that thing that's buried. Mountains. What's in Afghanistan? Always in remote, hidden places.
It's a complete sphere. But here's another question for you. Do you think it's solid? Do you think it's a solid object, or is it something gaseous? And it looks like there's something white inside. There it is at maximum zoom. I don't think it's solid. Family, we are live right now on Estrategias Militares. Another day of UFOs. We've lost it. No, there it is. There it is. The chase continues. And besides, if it were a balloon, it would follow a straight path because of the wind. And that's not the case. He loses it and starts pointing, insisting, no, it's there, it's there. I don't think it's solid. There are some that I don't think are solid. I don't think we're dealing with something from this planet.
The sea again. Let's go see the sea. What does the sea bring us this time? What does it bring us? What does it bring? Mystery. They're following him over there. This is lower quality than the others. But look how it shines. You're going to be amazed by the F-16 ones.
But they're still there.
They're still circling around. Let's see how he escapes. Right now, they're following him from a mile away. Whoa! Goodbye, another one just showed up. Look, this one is leaving. The one they're tracking a mile away. One falls and another appears right above it. But what is this? But where is that coming from? Look, it's being tracked with auto tracking. The camera has it locked. The operator isn't touching it anymore, he's just following it. One appears above. Of course one appears. Of course it appears here. The camera away. We're all looking at the screen. Now, upper right area. Pay attention up there. Up here, upper right area. Forget about the center. It's like one came up to say, hey, they're filming you. There it is, up here. Watch how it comes into view. There it is. This one is leaving. And this one comes in. But I think so incredible. It's just that even the way one of them leaves the frame with the other one. Look, 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 look at that acceleration. Now it turns and returns to the same spot. It's impossible. It takes skill. Even for one of those FPV drones, it's impossible to do something like that. It's completely impossible. And with that one, no, you can't do it. You can't do it, folks.
You can't do it. But we're seeing it. It's fascinating. Between this one and the one turning right yesterday, it's absolute madness. We're getting closer. This one from yesterday, impressive. A flying saucer coming out of the cloud and going back in. Look. A flying saucer. Dancing among the clouds. Up here. And now we stop. We stop the music. We stop the music. We listen.
There weren't any solar panels that I could see.
This is the radio traffic from an F-16 aircraft with air command.
I can't see the door. There was a line going down. There was something around the middle of the line. There was another small object. I can't tell what it was.
And there's a small object just below. This happened. Well, let me put this incident in context. This incident happens because in the early morning, there's a call in Northern California telling them that there's an object flying around with lights. And they don't know what it is. That there are reports of an object with lights. What happens next is that two F-16s from the National Guard are sent. And here is the flight path of these F-16s. They are scrambled. They return to the base. And as soon as they return to the base, they are called out again because the object has returned. They go out again, and this time encounter it.
Then the line came off after that. Panels. There was no cargo.
He says there's no solar panel on the object. There's no cargo on the object. Listen carefully to what he's saying. Findo.
There was another small object that I can't say what it was.
He says, I can't tell you what it was.
Not further than that.
There are no panels. Solar, because they're thinking maybe it's a weather balloon, a spy balloon.
There was no discharge, just a different color.
With the only distinctive color?
The ball itself was semi-reflective.
Reflective. It shined. It was reflective.
The object itself is gray, but it's hard to say that helps.
He says it's hard to say.
There are no other objects that can be identified.
He says no object can be identified. Object could be identified. Right. That was happening there. But what was happening in the story of tonight? Two F-16 planes were scrambled. Scramble is an order to intercept due to an airspace violation or a threat. They took off in the Michigan area. The National Guard was activated. Year 2023. Given what the witnesses were seeing, it was something inexplicable.
Some lights over Lake Huron. Not everyone will go. So where is Lake Huron? Lake Huron. Border with Canada. It's one of the Great Lakes. which separates the United States of America from Canada, this one in particular. This is Lake Huron. It looks like a sea because of how big it is. It's not an area that's especially active for UFO sightings, but that day it was happening. The National NOGAD, NORAD, gives the order to dispatch 2 F-16s to see what's happening there. Along with them goes a tanker plane, KC-135. The pilots never imagined it. In February 2023, that they were going to face it. An unknown enemy over the territory of the United States of America. Throughout all of a pilot's training of combat, never he is instructed to know how to act. When facing something, it doesn't seem to be from our planet because of the way it flies, its design, and its features. They don't match any aircraft they've ever known. That night, the F-16 pilots, they made history, an aircraft that was designed during the Cold War to fight against the Soviet Union. Well, it wasn't against the Soviet Union. A missile. Sidewinder. It was launched against an unknown object. February 12, 2023. We have the exclusive photo. This is the F-16 returning to base without one of the missiles. The missile that was used, it's a short-range missile for close combat. They were very close watching it. There was no room for doubt. It was the time when China sent a balloon that traveled all over the United States of America. And the United States didn't know what to do with that balloon. That night, things happened. There was even a NOTAM. What you're hearing. There was a NOTAM about navigation. Archive image of the NOTAM. We've even gone to look for that. There it is, Lake Huron. From 2:30 until 7 in the evening, restricted airspace. There was a NOTAM. Molson 1. It was the flight code of the plane that was refueling those F-16s. There it is. Everything happening over the border between Canada and the United States. No more, no less. They even sent an AWACS. What you're hearing. This is what wasn't seen in what the Pentagon declassified. The AWACS. There it is, over Michigan. An AWACS that was heading to the NOTAM area. This was Joe Biden's administration. And listen to this, listen to this.
Check out what's coming next. Pay attention to this video.
A lot of questions about this. This is just really developing in the last couple of minutes or so, and it.
February 12, 2023, Capitol, United States of America.
Remember, as they were exploring potentially another object that raiders got a hit on over Montana overnight, one that Senator John Tester, the Democrat from Montana.
Those were the days when Chinese balloons were supposedly appearing across the United States of America.
Just today said they were still investigating. It's not clear whether this is the same object that perhaps moved across to the Michigan lakes or if this is another object. This would mean it's the fourth one that the U.S. has shot down since about a week ago when they first shot down the Chinese surveillance balloon. And there really are more questions here than answers. And I are able to report that this object was shot down and that there does not appear to be collateral damage and that they do expect to recover this object, whatever it was. Because unlike the first three we saw, Dice, this is different.
Chuck Schumer object is different from the first three that Schumer. We don't know if it has been recovered or not. And that's another question. Has it been recovered? Wait for the video S2. What's more, we have this, but don't tell anyone. Nobody. AR-12 on the 100 and the A-148. Unit of United States Air America. Listen.
11 with you. Passing 14 for 11 block 130 field site. Fire 11 Madison approach. Information hotel is current. Madison altimeter 2081, wind 250 at 4. At pilot's discretion, maintain 3,500. You can choose the visual approach straight to 18 or go overhead.
They were landing the plane at Dane Regional Airport in Madison.
Fire 11 half-mile out, field in sight with hotel info, ready for straight into runway 18. Fire 11 leaving 10,000, cleared for the visual approach to runway 18. Just maintain at or above 3,500 until established on final. Passing 10,000, approved on the ship for a straight in, above 3,500 until established, if you will.
We're listening to the approach of the F-16s returning after shooting down the object.
1-1. Fire 11, contact tower, 111 Matterpoint, 119.3. Have a good night. You too. Good job.
Good job. The object is shot down in Lake Huron, in this area that we see here. When they finish the mission, they start flying over Lake Michigan to get to Madison. And land here, in this place. The story is so incredible that if we were told about it without seeing the video, we wouldn't be able to believe it. We wouldn't be able to believe it. This came out, well, and about 10 little nails over there. That same day. There were also some F-35S on alert to take off. That same day. It's time to see it. Now, let's do this, family.
The long-awaited moment has arrived today. United States of America. The Air Force was following an object over Lake Huron. The object was shot down.
We're going to see it.
We're live right now. Around 10,000 people. We still need a lot more likes. Family.
Let's do it. Here's the video.
Here's the video. AIM-9X missiles. Locked on the radar. The pilot zooms in. He fires the missile. And it hits. Or not. We can see it right there. Now comes the analysis where everything comes together. Let's take a close look. It's a circular object with some kind of cable going down. It's a direct hit at a very short distance. They open fire. We see the shrapnel falling and the remains. There we see it. The object over Lake Huron being shot down or not. Now we'll see why, or maybe not.
I'd like to see your comments first. About this, be strategic with all your experience. What do you think it is? Especially this one. I'll share my thoughts at the end. The rest. There are some that are inexplicable, 100%. There's no human way to do what they do. I mean, with this technology, it's not possible. I don't think there's any debate there. Or if someone comes to debate it, it's because they just don't want to believe. It's pointless to try to convince them. Or explain to them what they're seeing. I don't want to convince anyone either. I just want to search for the truth. It's not that I like UFOs. It's just that I think there's something there that we don't know what it is. It makes me uneasy like everyone else, especially those who value security. Thank you, Vic, for that super chat, my friend. Thank you, Ibis. Thank you so much. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's go frame by frame. We're searching. There it is, locked. So this object can be locked onto. That's when the missile is fired. It takes no time. Notice that it explodes. There's the missile getting closer. Boom. It explodes. There's a moment when you'll see something come out to the right. It actually managed to bring it down. It's moving. I have two ideas, and I want to be honest about this. It could be a balloon. It could be a balloon.
It could be a balloon. But if it were a balloon, they wouldn't declassify it as an unidentified object because it would be identified as a balloon. But I want us to watch it again. Let's watch it again right there. If it's a balloon, what's flying out here? I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. Let's leave it there. There it is. What do you think? It's a balloon. I have my doubts. I have my doubts. He lies to you and asks you for super chat. Says Roro Souza Ray. I don't know what I'm lying about, Roro. Let me tell you that all the content I make is free. I don't charge for making content. Anyone can come. It's not necessary to send a super chat if people can't or don't want to. It's voluntary if you're watching the channel. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. But I'm not lying to anyone. I'm trying to clarify something we're seeing here. I'm also saying that I think it's a balloon, but one frame doesn't make sense to me. So I'm not lying to anyone. If you think I'm lying, go watch Peppa Pig. Where is Wally? Or the biker mice from Mars. There are many channels. You don't need to stay and suffer. Thanks. We're trying to do something serious. There's something that catches the eye. It's very close to the plane. That's why that type of missile is used. A longer range missile is used. The missile approaches from the left to the right. Do you see the trail? Watch now as I go frame by frame. There, the missile is already approaching. Do you see the plume? That's what this black thing on the left is called. And it detonates when it gets close. That's where the explosion happens. What catches my attention is that if it were a balloon, it would burst completely. But an object appears to fly off to the right. It's just a second. You have to pay very close attention. This is the object. If we can catch it, here it is. This. We don't know what it is. It looks like a balloon, but that over there catches my attention. That really catches my attention. It could be. It could be. Let's look at it with a filter. Let's see if we can see it more clearly. Material is flying off. It's fragments of the missile. Let's try viewing it this way to see if it's clearer. Well, do you remember that we saw here, like somewhere months ago, when we did one of the shows, a missile was fired at it and it didn't do anything? Look, notice that it seems like in the core of the balloon or the spherical object, there's something inside. There's something there. That's the missile exploding. We can see the shrapnel. What really catches my attention is that the explosion happens and something comes out. I don't know. I'm telling you, I think we'll have to analyze the image a lot, really a lot, to come to a clear conclusion. It was the era of spy balloons. That also needs to be said. We have to be honest about everything. Very, very honest about all of this. No, we don't lose or gain anything. By the way, let's check out a place. Now that it's just us here, let's check something out. This city in Afghanistan, Kabul. The object we see passing by the towers. I think we have it around here. Let's see if it's here. It's one of the objects that are here. One of the videos. We put it on tonight. Here it is. Let's look for it. Look for it. Here we are. One second. Family, I'm getting it ready. We're getting it ready. This place that we're seeing there. It's here. This is the place. Kabul area. You can see communication antennas here. They appear in the video. More antennas are also visible in the back. With that building, that's right at the back of the video. You'll see it there. It's visible in the upper right corner. This is the place where that video starts. They're watching the communication center, minutes. And that's exactly where the object is going to appear. There it is. The object passes right over the communications area. Thank you. In this shot, the one we're seeing now. In this shot, it starts heading toward the mountains. It starts to fly over Kabul. This is Kabul, Afghanistan. Land of the Taliban. We see the mountains. That mountain we're looking at. One second. Let's go back one frame so we don't get lost. Because I'd like to track the object. It's interesting to follow this object. Let's see where it goes. We're on it. This is very complicated. I think we're now over these mountains. Those mountains we're seeing. I think we're there. Let's keep going. Super tall mountain with a nice ridge on top. We're continuing over those mountains. Thank you. Look at the mountain. The one we're seeing here, it's this one, right here. It's this peak. We're doing this live. I wasn't prepared. Ask for your patience, that peak we're seeing there. Is that okay? Let's continue. Cross. It's tremendous. Really incredible. The video is really incredible. Pretty wild. Right, now here's the question. Going back to the topic of the F-16, while we're watching this again, does the United States have any of these?
Have they managed to shoot any down or seize any of them? Or, because we do know they exist, could this explain why we saw the UFO wave last year? Before, well, a year and a half ago, before the United States elections, none of them were shot down? Would that be a logical, clear explanation? Well, it could be, yes. It could be, yes. Mysteries, as you can see, can be anywhere. At the United States border, in the United States, in Afghanistan, in Syria, in the Persian Gulf, in the Mediterranean, anywhere. It's a worldwide event, and it can be anywhere in the world. That's what occurs to me. Let me suggest something. In a few weeks, we could organize something that's never been done before. Set up the studio outdoors with cameras pointing at the sky. Have a night of space exploration. I think it could be very interesting. I'll leave it there. Leave me your comments. What do you think? Should we do it? Do you think that show would be interesting? Set up the whole studio outdoors? Let's give it a try, family. See you the next show here on Estrategias Militares. Take care.